In 1966, a few years after serving as an officer in the U.S. Marine Corps, Vernon Loucks took a job as the assistant to the president and CEO of the company we know today as Baxter International. 14 years later, the Yale undergraduate and Harvard MBA would rise through the ranks and hold the position of president and CEO himself, and would later become chairman of the board, leading one of the most well-known and respected healthcare companies.
Baxter's mission is very simple. It's saving and sustaining lives. Everything we do across the globe is focused on that. Our innovation is focused on that. Our employees are all behind this. What Baxter is today is what Baxter has been created by Vern Loucks.
Baxter's diverse products and services now reach patients and assist medical professionals across the continuum of patient care, including hospital care, surgical care, nutritional care, renal care, and critical care.
He understood the value of medical technology to the patients he was serving. And if you think about over the course of the history of Baxter, from the time Vern was CEO until today, the number of products that have impacted people's lives for the better is remarkable.
Under his leadership as CEO, Baxter's annual sales increased from $1 billion to almost $6 billion. The company acquired American Hospital Supply Corporation in 1985, and in the years that would follow, spun off many businesses that would become successful companies of their own. Companies like Caremark, Edwards Life Sciences, and the hospital supply and cost management services business, Allegiance Healthcare, now a part of Cardinal Health.
One of the things that Vern did that was so remarkable was to engage new companies, bright ideas, new ventures, incubators, to get them started, get involved in startups. He spun off a number of truly great companies to go off on their own and to be even greater.
Under his leadership, he successfully steered the company through changes in the healthcare marketplace by focusing on growth strategies of technological innovation and global expansion, and continued to fortify Baxter's history of medical firsts and innovation. He had a global vision for the company, taking products that Baxter knew well and was the world leader in, and expanding them in key new markets outside the U.S., including Europe, Asia, and Latin America.
Vern spent early years in his career in Europe and was very sensitive to other cultures, other people's needs, and what it meant to be successful outside the U.S., and helped Baxter develop into a very global company. Once again, ahead of his time and thinking globally about opportunities.
During his nearly 20 years as CEO of Baxter, Vernon Loucks was known for his keen ability to identify and groom talent. He continued a program at Baxter of hiring MBAs and preparing them to take leadership positions that was started by Bill Graham, the CEO who hired him. He was mentor to a generation of MedTech and healthcare leaders, many of whom went on to become CEOs elsewhere.
His legacy is enormous. There is nobody in the industry that's even close to him in terms of how many CEOs and how many executives he, in effect, created while he was at Baxter.
Loucks credits much of his success and leadership style to his time in the Marines. He learned early on about what it takes to lead and how to build and be responsible for a team.
Both Vern and I were very, very fortunate to be commissioned officers in the United States Marine Corps. It certainly transitioned us from being young men to men responsible for 44 lives in a potentially difficult situation. And under Vern's guidance, everybody was motivated, honestly, to, in effect, give it the best that they were capable of giving.
Since his retirement from Baxter, he held the position of CEO of Segway and founded the Athena Group. He has also served on many boards through the years, where he has continued to guide and mentor many other healthcare professionals.
Whether it was a bright new service offering or a new technology that could really change the way that medicine was practiced, Vern was always thinking about that and always pushing ahead for a better tomorrow.
It's an honor for me today to sit actually at the same office that he used to occupy in Deerfield, Illinois, and I hope and just hope that I can create as much value to our shareholders, employees, and patients that Vern Loucks created.
Well, we were both very, very, very appreciative of our experiences in the Marine Corps. Uniquely enough, post our military active duty service, through some administrative error, I'm sure, a final rank was given to Vern and I outranked him. And even though I outranked him, to this very day, I still call him sir. Simplify.
In recognition of Vern's remarkable legacy, the number of lives that he's impacted, the number of leaders that he's groomed, I'm so pleased to recognize Vern Loucks as this year's recipient of the 2018 AdvaMed Lifetime Achievement Award.